Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch a Movie. I am Mike. Thanks for spending a minute of your day with me, and thank you to our sponsors, Established Titles. This is the coolest gift you can give to somebody, and it's unexpected. I did it for my wife just a few months back, and it's not what you think. I'm talking about a patch of land in Scotland. 1 square foot of land with your name on it. In Scotland, when you own land, you're officially referred to thereby and so forth as William Wallace. As Lord or Lady. Actually, that's an official thing. You can change your name and put Lord in front of it if you want to. You can put it on your dating profile. Like, I would put Lord Mike Holtz on my plane ticket. That just sounds like something Christopher Nolan would name himself, right? I'm Lord Christopher Nolan, and I'll have a toasted chalupa. People freak out when you give it to them, trust me. Like, I gave one to Michael himself. And check out his reaction. It's gonna blow your mind. You might cry. That's the most excited I've seen him in months. And it's for a good cause too, because every time you do this, they plant a tree somewhere in the world, and this whole idea helps preserve the natural landscape of Scotland.
You're also doing something good for the environment because they plant a tree with every order and work with global charities, One Tree Planted and Trees for the Future, to support global reforestation efforts.
So you're doing something good for somebody, you're doing something good for the world, and you sound badass because you can call yourself a lord or lady. Preferably, I'd like to be called Lady Holtz. I just think it sounds fancy. And they give you a unique plot number, you get the certificate with the crest on it, and by the way, you can put your little patch of land right next to Michael Myers' little patch of land, because the first 200 people who sign up for this, using our special code in the link down below, will be within walking distance of our little plot. Not only are they having an early Black Friday sale right now, but you also get an extra 10% off using our link below. So click it!
You know, I thought about what we've been doing with Everything I Loved and Hate series, and how those videos, they take so long to make, and there's always copyright issues. So I thought it'd be fun just to take one scene at a time, like the greatest scenes from our favorite horror movies or action movies or whatever, and really pick them apart and just shine the light on them for a minute. So I thought of this series. This will be the first one, and I thought, what a perfect time. I love the smell of commerce in the morning. It is Black Friday. It's Thanksgiving. Dawn of the Dead, a movie that takes place in a mall. The perfect Black Friday movie, really. One of the greatest opening scenes in horror history, in my opinion. For me, the number one is no doubt 1996 Wes Craven's Scream. That just stands alone above all other horror openings. However, I do want to know, what is your all's favorite horror movie openings of all time? So what we're going to do is we're going to go through and we're going to watch it together. We're going to piece by piece. We're going to laugh at some stuff. We're going to have a good time. And then afterwards, we're going to talk about what makes this so special. So we're picking it up right here because a little bit of stage has been set. They've said she's a nurse. She comes home. Her boyfriend's waiting on her. They have a great relationship. They're watching reality TV together. And they have a nice bang session in the shower, which is always nice after a long, hard day's work. I just didn't feel like editing out all that half blurry already nudity. You know, I like to keep it for myself. I call them keepers.
Vivian's here. Vivian, honey. Sweetie, are you okay?
I'm sorry, does some neighborhood kid frequently just walk around in your fucking house while you're sleeping? You are not surprised at all by this. They're just walking around eating your Pop-Tarts, wearing their nightgown. What the fuck? You know, something's different about you. I can't really tell. Not so much here or here, but right here. Oh, your fucking mouth is missing. I got the gingivitis.
Call an ambulance.
This is right about when I get my foot in field goal position. You know how you see the kicker walk out and just like line up the kick? This is what I'd be doing when this girl starts doing fucking up downs in the goddamn hallway. It's like an intimidation move. The way she just pops up like that. Jesus Christ. Don't you fucking do it. Don't you do it. I've been watching the World Cup all goddamn week.
Let go. I'm gonna call for help.
You are a really, really shitty nurse. I'm bleeding out of my neck and you threw me a fucking pillowcase and you didn't even apply pressure with it. Safe! Holy shit, that was awesome. And you know that fucking hurt. I fell in a bathtub once. I wasn't running from a zombie. I was just really drunk. Holy shit, I love this guy. Just take off your shirt and run, buddy. That is totally me in that situation. Or when I see a bee. Shirtless, but he has his shoes on. So he had the wherewithal to put the boat shoes on, and he's just running through the street like the guy from the Little Caesars commercial where there's no rules. There are no rules! Put your shirt back on! There's one rule! He's running around like Will Ferrell in Old School looking for a fucking KFC. I had a great time last night. Yeah, Frank, the whole neighborhood knows you had a great time.
Help!
And then this fucking guy comes over. This guy just really wants to cap somebody. I don't care. He doesn't care that there's a zombie thing going on. He's like, I got this fucking gun, and I am shooting someone in the face.
Jesus, just tell me what's going on.
I told you to get back.
He just wanted to fucking shoot somebody. You could tell. Clearly, she's not a zombie. She's like, I'm just fucking standing here. Oh, speaking of standing there. What? You shouldn't have been standing there. Does this guy not look just like Pete from Shaun of the Dead? You know, the asshole roommate? What happened to your hand, mate? I got mugged on the way home. By who? I don't know. I didn't stop to ask them. Now I have a splitting headache and your stupid hip-hop isn't helping. And the front door is open again. I love this scene. This is when your dog gets out of the house finally and just takes off lapping the fucking neighborhood. And you're trying to hit that extra speed gear to catch up, and then you just give the fuck up. In his case, he just has like zombie ADD and just went to eat that dude's butthole. Speaking of eating buttholes, one of the best shots of this entire scene, which again we will pick apart in actual more detail here in just a little bit, is this panning shot that moves around while she's standing. You got these neighbors over here who just look like best friends about to go inside and build their bunk beds together, you know? And then it pans over here to this guy who's totally human centipede eating that guy's asshole. And then it pans over here and you see the cityscape and you start to see the smoke, and it's just a coolest moment of just pure suburban anarchy. I fucking love it. And we'll talk more about why in here in a bit. I love this poor guy who just comes out to check his paper, by the way. He just doesn't seem like he has any idea what's going on. He's like, I'm gonna get the papers. And then all of a sudden, this dude covered in blood, just like, oh shit. This shot here perfectly encapsulates why this is one of the greatest horror openings of all time, okay? Watch right here, this road going through between the city and the neighborhood. It's kind of the taint of the suburban neighborhood going on. Just running right through the Grundle, the magical bridge, whatever you want to call it, magical rainbow. This guy's just driving along, speeding up. This guy's going right here, fucking bam! Not only does he hit that, but he hits the fucking gas station. Whole stage comes crashing down. Pandemonium, absolute anarchy, and then the camera pans up and you see it everywhere. Now this is where I will stop and really talk about just why this scene is so amazing. First off, you start out in the bedroom, right there, really intimate. The little girl shows up, then it goes from the bedroom to the outside, and then you're in your driveway, and then you're in this suburban neighborhood. So you get to watch, and it really puts you at ground zero, and I love it when movies do this. This was the best part of the Quiet Place sequel, is that they went back into that prequel moment. Best part of World War Z too, in my opinion, when it all goes down for Brad Pitt and his family. But the ground zero, the moment it all breaks loose. And this, I think, is the best version of that. We all wonder, don't we? What will it look like when the end of the world comes? If it's zombies, or it's a fucking Godzilla, or if it's a nuclear attack, or if it's, you know, whatever. We just start eating each other's faces because we're so sick of each other's political bullshit on Thanksgiving. But what will it look like? I'm fucked up, so when I drive around, I'm like stuck in traffic. I like look at the sky. I'm like, what would it look like if a giant fucking monster just came out of there and ate my dick right now? And then I get sort of turned on. I'm just kidding. I just mean, you know, but I think about that stuff. So, and this movie encapsulates it perfectly because it's in the bedroom, it's in the suburban neighborhood. So you see these people you know freaking the fuck out. Police don't know what to do. There's the ambulances that don't know what to do. Everybody's just holding on, doing the best they can. It's like WCW Nitro with VR headsets. Everything's going crazy around you, and you're experiencing it through her eyes. So these awesome panning shots and the way they're doing it. She's desperately trying to figure out what's going on by going through the radio in this scene. And then you see this, what it looks like in suburban. suburbia, and then it breaks out and you start to see what it looks like in the more rural areas. There's the car explosions and there's the gas station. Hopefully Loomis is okay down there because you know he's down there. And then it pans up to the city and you see the helicopters. It was the most intense, and that's just why I love that scene so much. Not to mention, this was the introduction of the running zombies, right? So at least I think it was. They may not have been the very first to do it. Don't quote me on that. I haven't looked it up. It's just the first one I remember doing it. So it was at least still pretty early. And I know a bunch of people were upset about that. But to me, it was perfect and it changed the game. It's exactly what the zombie genre needed. You might say, oh my, zombies don't run. That makes no sense. Guys, zombies don't exist. They're fictional characters, right? So you can do whatever you want. You can make them obsessed with butt plugs if you want to. I don't know. And I thought that's exactly the edge that you needed. You needed to make zombies scary again, because we've seen how we can manipulate them just walking around a million times by now. So the way that they did this was just fucking awesome. Yeah, like I said, it's one of my favorite horror scenes of all time, one of my favorite horror openings of all time. Comment down below, what do you guys think? And I know it goes into the credits from here after, and then they kind of sort of explain it to us. And then it's funny because they have like people shooting on the White House lawn and all this shit. And back then you thought, oh, that's crazy, you know? But after the past few years we've been through, like something like this happened, I'm like, no, yeah, it would probably fucking happen that fast. We'd be pretty fucking useless and just fighting amongst ourselves while the world went to shit. I could totally see that happening. So it makes it even more scary, definitely. So comment down below, what do you guys think? What's your favorite horror openings of all time? And I love your all's fucking faces. I hope you guys have an amazing Thanksgiving and amazing Black Friday. If you celebrate either or both of those things, I don't know if Black Friday is a thing you celebrate, or if you just stay at home and go, fuck that shit, I have Amazon. More importantly, if you're working during Black Friday, bless you. If you're out shopping, please be nice to these people. That shit sucks, man. I've done it. Love your all's fucking faces, man. Have a great day.
Halloween never ends, suck my fucking dick, and I don't really care what Blumhouse fucking says. Put him in a box, or suck a fucking cock. You can say he's dead, but we all know he's not, yeah. So let's go trick-or-treating, let's go fucking drinking, let's all go rent Pumpkinhead on VHS, cause Halloween never ends.